What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Executives View. I'm your host, Aaron Simmons, and this is the View Football on Top, man. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with the executives, and I do appreciate that. You guys know how I get down, man. If you see the show, share the show. We're all over the place, man. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok. Our website launched last week, man. We're doing big things in big places. Definitely want to take everybody along for the journey. I don't do this by myself, man. I got a slew of brothers that are sitting here ready to chop it up, talk about everything around the world of professional sports. The homie fellas in the building. What's going on, my guy? How we doing, sir?
Super. What's going on, everybody? Feel me with no hands tonight. We are in the building. What's going on?
Yeah, man. We got a lot to talk about, man, and hopefully not a lot of time to get into it, man. Larry's on location, man, doing big things, man. I'm proud of that dude, man. What's going on, my guy? How we doing, sir?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. Hey, look, hey, I'm in the building. Look, it don't matter the location, but I'm in the building, man. There's some technical difficulties last night, but hey, it's all good.
Yeah, man. The 49ers show went off, and let's just say stuff got spicy up in there. And I may or may not have a reason as to why. You know what I'm saying? I said what I felt as though was very, very accurate. If you want full context, go back and watch that. But long story short, Alex Smith is better.
Man, do you want to choose violence already, man?
Already,
just
dude. Got here.
I said what I said.
He's speaking with his heart, Barry. He's speaking with his heart. He don't want to see TJ go, but
you can send TJ. No, again, TJ's not going until next year. You guys have a problem. You know what? We'll talk
Barry,
about it.
Wait. I need an impartial person up here. Barry.
Yes.
How many times you see a team pay 3 edge rushers and you got Odin and you got an older pass rusher on your team? Which one goes?
You gotta let the older one go.
Exactly. Thank you, Barry.
I mean, Dexter Lawrence, he ain't a giant no more. I thought he would. I thought I'd rule the day when they would trade him. So.
The older one ain't a former defensive player of the year neither. You know what I'm saying?
Lawrence is an all-pro.
Ask his brother did he finish in Houston?
That is the equivalent of me trying to tell you to trade Fred Warner. That's the equivalent of what you're asking me.
But Fred Warner's not 31 either. Not
Fred Warner is the heart and soul of that 49er team.
He's not about to be 32.
If I said that before, this brother would crash all the way out. You know it or not.
He's not about to be 32. That's what I keep telling you. He's not about to be 32.
Okay.
If Fred Warner was 30-something, that'd be different.
Long story short, TJ Watt is not leaving Pittsburgh. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm saying, as the impartial person on this show, I can tell you from experience. I thought it would never happen. I didn't think that the Giants would ever trade Dexter Lawrence and he gone. And we've seen it before with other teams. Like, let's not get it twisted. You get older in the tooth.
About money though, bro.
You sell high instead of selling low. I know you love TJ Watt. He is the face of your franchise, but we've seen the face of many franchises on different teams. Ask Aaron Rodgers. Okay? Like, let's be clear.
Problem child. Money, problem child. Like, TJ Watt is one of those things.
Okay. That you don't have to be a problem child to have value and to be traded.
I ain't argue there. But anywho, we done turned this into a fight early on. I ain't mad at it. But
it's not a fight. You want to fight. You want to fight. I'm just being impartial. I'm not being the villain. I'm being impartial. You can take my wisdom as it is and not take it, whatever you got. But that's just me.
Anywho, there's gonna be a lot of basketball talk on tonight, man. We're sitting here watching the NBA draft, but before we talk about the draft, we got to talk about the blockbuster that took place early this morning or late last night, if you will. Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis have been traded to the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat receive everything and the water boy, Tyler Hero, Vasquez, a couple other names that I can't pronounce. I'm not going to try to. Couple
But
The
for
number 13 pick and the number
yeah,
13 pick in this draft. So the draft we're currently watching right now. First round draft picks in 2031, 2033, pick swap in 2030, and a second round pick in 2033. I for one feel as though the Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat just pretty much, again, we talked about this in the thread this morning. They're pretty much the same ball club. Neither one of them really improved the ball club. I really felt as though that the Boston Celtics deal was a whole lot better just from a sheer talent standpoint alone. You trade an all star for an all star. You trade a MVP for an MVP candidate. The rest of the bells and whistles work themselves out. However, they decided to go a different direction. Villain, talk to me, big dog. Larry and I talked a little bit about it this morning. But what say you, man? Giannis is now in South Beach.
Well, first of all, I'm surprised that the Bucks went with Braden Burries out of Arizona.
Yeah, yeah,
Talented
that was a big
guard,
one. Yeah, they took guard.
talented guard, but I thought they would get
But
Matt.
the thing is, they need a guard. They need a guard.
They
They
do,
need
no,
one guard.
they need a lot of guards. So I think they get two guards in this draft. Very draft heavy guard draft this year. But I like the Met a little better. But you can get him, or you can get one of the kids from Michigan that are really stout and that can help them. But I think I disagree with you. I think the Heat package was slightly better because it was more draft capital, and the Bucks have no choice but to build through the draft. Yeah, you would have got a superstar in Jaylen Brown, but I think the draft and trying to build the youth up is more important. And to me, to be honest with you, I don't see anybody in the Bucks organization surviving if they traded Giannis to Boston, even though you get Jaylen Brown. Like, to be honest with you, I think the Miami Heat are a couple years away. Boston would be much closer to getting that championship, and you would have to face either way. You have to face them four times a year, but I think it's a little bit of a softer blow in Miami because I just don't think they have enough talent to build around him this year. They like we said. I've heard it around in the NBA, and I said it to you guys. They got five positions to fill and about $18 million to do it. There's just no way they can do that unless they get a lot of vet minimum guys. So Miami's not going to be a contender anytime soon. Boston would catapult right to the top. I just don't see how you would trade him to a rival that you faced in the Eastern Conference Finals. So that's just me. But I think Giannis wanted to go to Miami. I think he got his wish. We'll see how it works out. I'm not the hugest Giannis fan. I respect his skill and his talent. I respect his gangster. I'm the player. Y'all are the hater, right? Not you guys, but everybody else is the hater. So I do like the trade for the Bucks. I think it's a year too late though. That's just my opinion. I think it's a year too late.
Would you feel this particular way? And what's up, Coach? We'll come to you in a second. Would you feel this way if Giannis ended up in New York as opposed to going to Miami?
Giannis should have been in New York last year. Now there is no way that I want nothing to do with Giannis for two reasons. One, we won the chip. Obviously, they said winning a chip wouldn't change me, but I lied to you. I lied to you. I will be the biggest jerk all year. No, I'm kidding. But you know what it is though? The reports that I've seen over the last year about Giannis, how he wanted out and then he was just not really a pleasant person to be around in the locker room. I don't think you need that kind of energy in New York when you were at where you were at. So that's just me personally. But yeah, I think midway through the season, I wanted Giannis. As it started to develop, I don't want anything to do with him. I'm happy he's somewhere else, and we didn't need him. That's just me.
What up, Coach? How we doing this evening, sir?
Coach is on mute. You're on mute, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. All right.
Yeah.
Doing all right.
Well, get in when you fit in, big dog. Giannis is in South Beach, and the Bucks receive everything and the water boy for his services, man. What say you?
I think the biggest thing to come out of this is Giannis wanted to be in Miami from jump, and he got his wish. The Bucks, I feel like the Bucks kind of like had to realize, like, look, we got what we got. Like Giannis's time in Milwaukee, has come to an end. Now let's stop with the you know, like let's stop. You know what I'm saying? Let's get my man out of here. Let's do what we're gonna do. It's like, and then I feel like almost as a favor, it's like you want to go to Miami. We'll see what we can do to get you to Miami. We talked about this last week, where it's like, I think a key piece of this trade was Pat Riley finally realizing like everybody doesn't value these guys the way you value them, you know. And he was seeing a team with Tyler Hero and Ware, and they were going to add Giannis, and it's like that was never how it was going to go.
Right.
And you bring in the Celtics like thing to kind of like ramp it up, because then it's like, Pat Riley, look, you're gonna let us trade Giannis to the Celtics, and then he had to have a, you know, put the mirror up to himself and probably realize like, hey, yeah, let's get Giannis in here. And again, now, so you have Giannis and Bam and Mitchell and like I mean, and then what else? You know, it's just this is totally good at this team. I mean, and it's like, I don't think this is a situation where like when Braun and Bosch went and joined D Wade, whereas like you have these three guys, and then yeah, you can fill in the gaps around them. I don't think I don't think at this point, I mean, you can do that. Giannis is still a fantastic basketball player. He is not what the Heat got when LeBron James went there, and then when Chris Bosh went there. It's like you're going to have to ask a bunch of veteran guys to take the minimum salary, and again, to live in Miami, no state income tax. We know the whole spiel about like why Miami is attractive, especially to like these older guys, you know. But if we're talking about competing, this isn't a move that puts the Heat in the top tier of the Eastern Conference. At least I don't think. The Bucks have hit the nuke button. You know, let's blow it up. Let's start over. And really, with what they got back in this trade, I don't think a quote unquote Bucks rebuild is going to take that long, especially in the Eastern Conference. Whereas, like, I think the Bucks, with freeing up the money and getting what they got back in return, and I know everybody here loves draft capital. You know, it's just, I think this was a good move for both parties involved, because, you know, I talked a couple weeks ago about like Giannis, like, you know, the term quiet quitting. Giannis had quiet quit on the Bucks, and it was just time for this relationship to be over. And like, good on him, because I don't think this is a move. And again, we're the same guys who sat up here and was like, "Oh, the Celtics are going to be terrible. Oh man, how they going?" And then they ended up being, you know, one of the top seeds in the East and stuff like that. But so we're sitting here on June 23rd talking about like what we think the Heat are going to be right now. So I'll say right now, as of June 23rd, I don't think this trade made the Heat better. It made them worse. And there is some big time roster construction that's going to have to happen in Miami.
Definitely, definitely. Larry, talk to me, big dog, man. You heard what the three of us have said before you, man. Get in where you fit in, big dog. How you feel?
Bro, so this is my part about it, right? Well, first of all, y'all got to remember this trade ain't final. It's not final until July, what, 4th or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well,
the
yeah, when the
initial
new season
was,
starts.
yeah, because the initial was that Hero was supposed to be redirected to Detroit. And let's just say that that is the trade, because it's not final. It's just the parameters are out there, right? And we know, even though they're drafting guys tonight, we know how they do. They draft the guy that team wants, to
Mm-hmm.
be part of that trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I look at it from this standpoint. If if the final trade is Tyler Hero being redirected to Detroit, I don't even see Miami being nowhere near competitive, because at that point, Detroit is probably the favorite to come out of the East, bro. I'm just being real. You give shooting like that to that team, yeah, yeah, that's gonna be nuts. Um, I, I Giannis, his first destination was to your Knicks. I mean, and I get it. The Knicks won a championship, so now it's off the table. But if that would have came to fruition, dude, we like KD all over again. Like, man, that's like so weak of a move to go jump on the Knicks. But then who would the Knicks have given up to get him? Um, I don't know. It's like when you look at some of this stuff, it's almost from this standpoint. Miami ain't Miami. And I don't know if Bam and Giannis can exist together. Like, let's just keep it a buck, dude. Bam is what, like poor man's Giannis? I'm just
He
being
can,
for real.
he can stretch a little better than Giannis, though, right,
Yeah,
Larry?
he a better
Maybe a
shooter
little
than
better,
Giannis is. Yeah.
maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit. But at the same point, he's like a poor man Giannis, and they bring in Bobby Portis over. So like now you got a little bit of a log jam there. Um, I don't think that overall with that roster, they're gonna be able to make any moves too. They're
But
they
Bobby
they are
Portis
like the
coming off
Rockets.
the
They
bench
hard cap.
though, man. So
You know they hard cap now. So
yeah,
that
yeah. I
means
mean,
they
they only
can
got
get
18 mil to suspend. They can't do
they
anything.
got wait. They have 18 million, but they are hard cap like the Rockets. That means if you want to acquire set players, you have to get league approval. If you're gonna make a trade, you have to get league approval. They can't make these moves that people thinking that they're gonna make unless the league is gonna say yes, you can go and make XYZ move, or they get these trade exceptions. Remember, the Rockets only had a trade exception because Fred went down, and they had to actually ask the league for the trade exception because they wasn't even gonna give them that because they're hard cap.
Well, I mean,
Like
and
hard
that
cap is
and
crazy.
that's because they don't. The league doesn't want them to like get creative with the bookmaking. You
No,
know what I'm saying?
they don't.
That's why you need the league
Yeah,
approval
yeah, you
with these
gotta get
deals.
approval.
It's not like it's not like this death sentence that like just like ooh you need league approval. The reason why you need league approval is only because like these teams will get like I said creative with the bookmaking,
Yeah, but when
and
you get
that's why
into
you
that
need
hard cap,
yeah.
yeah, but when you get into that hard cap, like I said, we three Rockets fans, we were like, why they not making no move? Why they ain't move? Because you got to get approval and you got to get exceptions and you got to get this and you got to get that. So I don't see that team even now building out a roster that could compete with the top of the East. I don't see it. It's
No,
like Giannis.
No.
they're a year or two away, Larry.
Yeah, like Giannis, you basically you traded the Bucks to go play for the Bucks South. I mean,
Well,
you
not even that. It's just like Giannis won his chip, won MVP. Like Giannis, he's on the other side of his career now. This man want to live somewhere warm. Like you ever been to
I
Milwaukee in
mean,
January? I have. You know what I'm saying? Right?
probably
Like
Travis
Golden
State.
yeah,
State.
yeah.
I
Okay,
mean,
like
yeah, I
You
mean,
went there on
we
purpose,
all know
Steve.
that's
yeah,
not a
yeah.
that's
Oh
not a
yeah, oh yeah.
championship move. That's not a championship move because if he really wanted to chase another championship, he'd have went to Boston.
I don't think
Um,
I don't
Or
think
Golden
he I don't
State.
think he was. There's something about Miami that people will always want to go there. And Miami always attracts these free agents, right? Going back to Alonzo Mourning back in the day, right? They got Mourning, Shaq, LeBron, Bosh, like the list goes on and on. There's always something about Miami that attracts them there. I don't know if it's Pat Riley, but it's definitely the weather. It's definitely the income tax. It's definitely the weather. It's definitely being on a team that can win. It's definitely the weather. I mean, there's something about Miami. It's
No,
like I think it's the weather.
yep. Heat culture.
He
Yes,
culture.
yes, yes, yes. He culture,
it
bro.
might be something to walk around them beaches that's attracting.
No,
It's
no,
definitely
no,
the weather.
no, no, nope, nope, nope. It's heat culture. Nope, nope. Wrong.
Yeah, heat
Heat
culture
culture.
in
Heat
in,
culture.
in at South Beach. I don't know. Have you ever been to South Beach? Yeah, I didn't want to leave either. So,
Yeah, that's part of heat culture. Yeah.
so nah, I agree with you, Larry. They're at least 2 years away from putting something together in Miami that could be viable for a championship. Right now, I think they can limp into the eighth seed, and they can
That's
make it
you being
interesting.
generous. I don't even see him being an AC, bro.
Yeah, but like
I'm
I said,
being I'm being very generous. I'm being
Yeah.
but
very
if
generous.
Boston, if I mean, but if Milwaukee redirects Hero to the Pistons, dude, you might take a couple of more L's than what you thought you were gonna get with Giannis and
Do you
Bam.
think that
I'm just
you think
saying.
that Tyler Hero is going to go to Detroit?
Yeah. I mean, like Larry done said that twice now, so he must really think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because if you're Milwaukee, right? I'm just being for real. If you're gonna go into a full rebuild, you tear it all the way down to the studs. You don't keep a Tyler Hero, and you know that he's coveted. So if you're building it all the way down to the studs in
Why would
Detroit,
you trade him to a team in your division?
I mean, if you can
I
acquire
think
more assets,
Milwaukee's years away.
you just traded Giannis to a team in your division.
Yeah,
Well, he didn't in the conference, but I mean, like literally, the
But I
Bucks
mean,
and the Pistons are in the same division.
I mean,
but
but
I
it
think,
don't
but
matter. It's the
coach,
same conference. If you're gonna do it, do it
I,
all the way.
I think I think Milwaukee's light years away from being good. I don't think it
Yeah.
matter where you trade him.
So do
I mean,
you?
listen, that 14 trade that we talked about a couple days ago is interesting on paper, and that's where you have Hero going to Detroit to the D, and like I don't disagree with it. I think it's a good fit. I don't think it puts Detroit over the top yet because I still don't see a point guard that can take the load off of Cade Cunningham. That's
You
my
don't need a
opinion.
point guard. You need a shooter.
They need shooting. They need
Yeah,
shooting.
they
Yeah,
do
yeah,
need
yeah.
shooting, but
And
I think they
And
need
Hero can
somebody
shoot
that
the
can
rock.
run the offense.
dude, and
I
I'm,
think
I'm
they
gonna
need a
put
Right,
point
something else.
guard
okay.
too.
Well, I mean,
I'm
yeah,
gonna put
Hero would
something
be
else
the
out there.
point guard, and he can shoot. I mean, Hero would be, and again, like I'm giving Larry a little bit of grief here, but it's like Hero would be exactly what the Pistons need. You know that
Yeah,
he's definitely up.
absolutely,
Yeah,
Hey,
absolutely.
but if there was a smart team down in Houston, they would be like, hey, are you building it down to the studs? Hey, you got Tyler Hero. Hey, you know what we need? Shooting.
Uh
We
oh,
need a ball handler.
a Dave
If a
Mara
team was
going to
smart in
OK.
Houston,
Well, I
they were
like
like, you know what
that.
else?
I like
If you're gonna
that.
build it, if
Mhm.
you're gonna build it down to the studs, we got plenty of first round picks. How many do you want? Like if they were
Hold on.
smart. I'm just
Hold on a second,
saying.
count your
Larry.
count your
Yeah,
days,
Is,
Chet. Count your
is
days,
Kettle the
Chet.
blowout?
Count your days, Chet.
yeah. Check. He's gonna come to Detroit. Like, can you get this bag for me, player?
Yeah, count your
That's
days,
on his way
Chet.
out.
Chet is
Jonathan
on bar.
May, not
Chet's
Jonathan.
on borrowed time. He's on borrowed time. Oh my
Wimby
god.
done made them go
What
with
a
that
what a I
guy.
hate it. I hate it so much. What a pick by the Thunder. Jeez
Oh,
Louise.
And
San
it's
Francisco.
so unfair that a team that was in the Western Conference Finals gets a freaking lottery pick and gets the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, no worries. Don't have an answer to Wemby? Now we do.
No, we
Okay,
don't.
that's
No.
ridiculous.
And I know I know
We're
I
gonna
know Charlotte was like chomping at the bit to try to get him too.
we're
Mm.
Oh
gonna
man.
throw we're gonna throw so many bodies at
Charlotte needs
Giannis
more than a
at
big dog.
Wemby. We're gonna throw so many bodies at Wemby now. It's gonna be crazy.
So, anywho, since we're talking draft, okay, let's do a recap really fast, man. 1-1, AJ went to the Wizards. Peterson went to 2 to the looks like the Utah Jazz.
Guys,
Boozer went to the Memphis Grizzlies. Caleb Wilson went to the Chicago Bulls. Keaton Wagler initially got traded. He went to the Indiana Pacers, got traded to the LA Clippers. Mikael Brown Jr. went to the Brooklyn Nets. Atcliffe went to the Sacramento Kings.
another guard went to the Nets. Surprise, surprise.
Right. Flemings.
Hey Barry. Hey, wait, Barry. Hey, dude. I know we talking draft, but dude, how funny is that Julius Randle was like, take a first round pick to go to the Nets, just go
We got
away,
to talk about that after we
go
talk about
We'll,
the.
we'll, talk, we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, can we?
Kingston Flemings is now in Houston. I don't know how I feel about that via trade from the Pelicans. Morez Johnson Jr. Went to the Dallas Mavericks.
I like that
Um,
pick. I like
it's,
that
it's
pick.
not a little pick. Not a little pick. Burris went to the aforementioned Bucks. Landon Bong, the forward from Michigan, is teaming up with Stephen Golden State, and we just talked about Andy Mara, the big guy from Michigan, is now in OKC. We are through 13. We are through 12, man. Right now, the Miami Heat on the clock, man. What do you guys like? What you guys don't like from what you've seen from the first 12, Larry? I'll start with you, Big Dog.
Wait a minute, I was trying to catch up. So Kingston Flemings got traded to the Rockets.
Yep.
Oh wow, I love that. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that.
Yeah, that's good stuff,
More
man.
shooting,
Hmm.
another ball handler. I don't know if he's gonna play point, but if we acquire Kingston Flemings, like I said, I would be on the phone with the Bucks because we got a guy Reed Shepard. He's traded,
I saw something
traded.
today, and I'm gonna write about it later for our website, man. Go check the
Yeah,
website, man. But Reed Shepard's time in Houston is over.
yeah. It need to be over.
Yeah.
It need to be over like today. Um, I was kind of shocked because going into the draft, the whole thing was AJ was gonna make his way to Utah, and I kept saying I was like, you know what, he's the best player. I don't know if that'll happen. We all talked about it last week, man. We thought it was gonna be one of these Chris Webber situations where he goes first because he wanted to be first, but it's gonna be a trade. He's gonna end up in Utah, and everything from Darren Peterson's camp was I'm not working out for nobody but the Wizards. So how did he get to Utah, and does he stay in Utah? That was my thing. Like, because you already got one guy that Bailey. Ace Bailey didn't want to go there, and
And
you
then
drafted.
and then he got there, and then he was like, actually, not that bad here,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah, it's
Like,
not
so
that
I
bad.
mean, like, so yeah,
Hey, look, and so now you got another guy who didn't want to go there. I don't know. It's I actually like what they're doing in Utah because Utah surprisingly got a lot of talent on their team now, which is crazy. I wouldn't be surprised to see them make some moves. Caleb Wilson, that kind of was the one that kind of shocked me a little bit. Um,
And that shocked me at all.
well, I knew he was going to
Shocked me
be,
much.
one of the top four, but I thought that um, the Bulls would make some type of move to get Boozer, especially if he made it past Utah. I felt like they would make a move to go get Boozer, but that didn't transpire. Other than that, I mean, I think the draft is pretty much shaking out the way that I thought it would. I didn't think Darius A Cup would fall that far. I thought he would be off the board right past the first four. But him going to Sacramento, that was good. That was a good pick. And Kingston Fleming's in Houston. I'm loving it. That's what I'll say about it. I'm loving it.
You finally got a guard. I think you got a capable guard that can do some things for you. So that's I love that pick. I mean, to me though, I thought
He's a
Caleb
gamer.
Wilson
He's a
went right
gamer
where,
too, and you can't teach that.
Mm-hmm.
but I thought Wilson went right where he was supposed to
yeah. I
go.
think he ran right where he was supposed to go
I
too.
did
Yeah.
not think Boozer was going to go past the Grizzlies. I thought 1-2 was a lock, just to flip flop the order maybe, but
Yeah, yeah.
Boozer was the next guy in my opinion. And Caleb Wilson is super talented. I think he's just as talented as Boozer. To be honest with you, I think he just it's kind of like a toss up between those two. I think at the end of the day, I think you're going to get a little bit more out of Boozer than you will Wilson, but I don't think it's a bad pick. And I think the Bulls need as much help as they possibly can get, and it doesn't need to be a guard. They needed a big forward, somebody to come in there. So I like that pick. I love Fleming's going to Houston. I really like Lindenberg going to Golden State. I think that's
Yeah.
going to be a solid piece. That he's going to be the
Hold on a
next.
second. I spoke incorrectly. I spoke
Yeah, he spoke
incorrectly.
incorrect. Yeah, he spoke incorrectly because he saw that.
I
Go
saw
ahead.
the
Go ahead.
Houston at the bottom.
Yeah, yeah, you saw
The
that.
Houston,
You saw that Flemings went to Houston. That's
yeah,
why I was like,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Let
yeah.
me correct myself real quick. Yeah, he's in Atlanta.
Yeah. You see, you got him all excited, man. What the hell,
I did.
man?
He's in Atlanta. My bad. I saw the Houston joint. I was like, yeah, he went to.
Yeah,
We're
but
fired. We're
I thought he
fired.
made it. I thought they made a trade, but I knew he got drafted by
No,
Atlanta.
I
Because
think they
Barry was
did.
on.
like so Larry, he just admitted that he made a mistake. So
Oh, so me and Barry.
no trade, no nothing, no nothing.
Oh,
He is
dang!
an
So this
he is
was
an Atlanta Hawk. Yes.
He's in
he
Atlanta.
checked it out. But me and Barry was on the pre-show, and we were talking about it. We got drafted, and we was like, they just drafted Trey Young's replacement.
Mhm.
But I didn't see anything after that because we was jumped into the show. Thank
Hmm.
you,
Yeah,
Aaron.
that's my bad.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you,
No,
Aaron.
but I do. I like Johnson going to
Miss-
Dallas too.
oh,
I think they need
Do the
some
math on
size.
the Aaron.
Yeah. Terrible. Aaron. I like Johnson going to Dallas. I think they need some size. Michigan's got like three lottery picks off that championship team. Mara going to the Thunder is just unfair at this point. It's just diabolical what they can do. They got draft picks upon draft picks. When they need a piece, they don't have to go sign somebody and spend a lot of money. They can just grab them out of the lottery. It's crazy what they can do. So, don't like I said, they're the player. So who's the hater, right? So I'll be the hater on that one. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Coach, talk to me, big dog, man. What do you think? What was you seen so far?
My biggest takeaway so far is like I really like that pick by the Warriors. I think like that's a team that like is such a like culture. Like and I'm joking about he culture, but like the Warriors have a culture they've built there, and he's a little bit more mature, of course, because he's like 24 years old already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he'll be a guy who he'll just slide right on in. He was a Warriors type pick. You know what I'm saying? Like he will fit in that organization, in that team, like a glove. I do like what the Jazz are doing. And as much as I hate to say that, I do like what the Jazz are doing because it's like, look, man, they got Walker Kessler. Look, for now, Laurie Markkinen is still there. Ace Bailey. They have some young pieces, and look, if they can get Peterson to come and they can be like, look, man, look, we actually got a pretty good team here. Yeah, we can't help that the team's in Salt Lake City. Okay, sorry,
Or
but
can they?
yeah, it's just like, they're gonna move to the Utah Jazz. They're gonna move back to New Orleans, and they'll
Miami Heat
swap.
is
Like, yeah,
picking Nate Ahmet, the forward from Tennessee. Just
I
in
like
case
that.
you want
I
to-
yeah.
like that.
Don't get these visions of grandeur of being on Collins Avenue or whatever. Like, it's like the Deer District would be nice. Get you, but anyway, yeah, it's like, like I wouldn't even put the hat on if I was him. It's like, because you're going to Milwaukee, sir. But just looking at the rest of the draft so far, again, like OKC getting Mara, like that's crazy. I do think there were some teams like behind them. I think the Hornets probably would have jumped at Mara. The Bulls, hell, I mean the Grizzlies, they traded away Triple J, who now plays for the Jazz, who we mentioned earlier. So it's like, I don't know, like, so far so good with this draft. I will say, I think the Kings got to steal an Acuff. I'm just a big fan of Acuff. I like his game. I like what he can do, and then I like what he can do on that Kings team. So yeah, I think right now, if I said my pick of the draft, I think the Kings getting Acuff there. That's gonna be really good for them moving forward.
All right, cool, man. If you're looking at what we just saw, man, what team do you not like what they did, man? Like, I mean, clearly we are 13 picks in, so if you had to scratch your head and be like, "Yo, what the hell are they doing?" What was your head at? Villain, talk to me.
I kind of want to say Fleming's to the Hawks, even though he's not going to the Rockets, because like Larry said, like, you traded Young
Trey.
to get Fleming's, and so I kind of question that, but honestly, it's always the Brooklyn Nets. Like, can never have too many guards. You know what I mean? You got 15 guards on your roster. You got 15 roster spots. Let's get another guard. I just, even though I like Brown, I think he's super talented. It just doesn't make any sense for the team.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it really doesn't.
Larry, talk to me, big dog, man. Where's your head at, man? A pick through the first few picks that had you scratching your head.
This one. Like, why do y'all got this dude wearing a Heat hat? And who was that calling him? Did he get a call from like Pat Riley, or did he get a call from the Bucks?
You better got a call from the Bucks.
He had to. He had to get a call from the Bucks. And it's like, did y'all think this is gonna be? I mean, I'm gonna say he was kind of up and down for me at Tennessee. But do you think he's gonna be Giannis's replacement? Because that's what it seemed like. Y'all just had him draft Giannis's replacement.
I hope so. He's more talented.
Man.
No, I mean you have to start somewhere. It's like you can't yeah. So let's say he's Giannis, so I mean probably. I mean it's like you have to rebuild your team. Like
that's probably
he's a replacement for the other Antetokounmpo.
But Giannis, he's already cut. But,
right.
Yeah, so I'm like,
I don't listen to your punk ass, Jay.
Yeah, he already on his way. He already on his way to Miami. He helping Giannis pack. Yeah.
No, you know what? This is the thing for me with this draft so far. And Steve, you did hit on here. I did like the Acuff trade, but if you draft Acuff, does which card to stay? I'm having a brain lapse. In Sacramento.
Which guard? What, the guards?
Yeah.
You talking about the dude? I know the guard, the defensive dude who went to Oregon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, keep coming up. Do you keep all these guards in Sacramento?
Well, I think the Kings are going to eventually make a trade this offseason, and what happens with that is like, I don't know, like, do they keep like Zach LaVine?
Yeah, yes, I mean Zach LaVine. Yeah,
do they keep Zach LaVine? I'm not sure if they keep him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to like look, they're not gonna pay him all that money. They're not gonna keep him. I'm not. So it's like I'm okay with them bringing in A Cup because like I don't think they're gonna keep like these vet guys they have.
But
I
that was
mean,
the
they
whole
have a
thing
roster
last year.
full
They
of
was
veterans.
like,
They got Sabonis there, Keegan Murray,
that's what
DeMar
I've been seeing in the
DeRozan.
trade rumors is the bonus,
Sabonis is
not
linked to trade
Levine,
rumors, but yeah,
not
DeMar
Levine. And
DeRozan
it's
is about
like,
as old as Jesus.
Well, see, okay, because like I think Levine might be a free agent, so that he doesn't even come into the equation. I think now that I think about it, because because I mean what they had Levine there, they had like Keegan Murray who's there because he's a young guy.
I'm looking at
They
it
had
now.
they have
They have
somebody.
Russell
Oh,
DeMar
DeRozan, but
DeRozan.
Rose,
DeRozan's
Rose.
2, 3. You know, he can play either or whatever like that. So I mean, Acuff will like I said, Acuff will be like their guy moving forward. Like I said, you pair him with Murray and
That's a bonus.
now I'm not sure if they trade
And
Sabonis.
see, and see,
I think they
you
want
got
to,
to,
but I
because
don't know.
Sabonis, you got to trade Sabonis because think about it. Sabonis handles the ball a lot for them. They try to use him in like that little Joker Shaboom type role. So do you take the ball out of his hand more and put it in the A Cup's hand, or the Rosen or Levine? They they just got too much stuff that don't match in Sacramento. It's too much
That
stuff
sounds
going
like
on.
Sacramento to
Yeah,
me, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Look.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, because
yeah.
because what
Mhm.
you would have Acuff and probably DeRozan, and then what like Murray. If you keep Sabonis, you got Sabonis. I don't know who their center is, but it's like I mean,
Sabonis.
Yeah, Sabonis for
I
me.
guess Sabonis is
Sabonis
a
is
center. Yeah, because I guess Sabonis is a center.
Technically,
So
technically he is.
yeah, technically he's their center. So it's like I don't know who would fill out the rest of that starting lineup. So it's like I mean the Kings would have like some like I said about the Heat. They're gonna have some big time roster construction to do. But I think I like with the Kings like the base and getting A Cup. Like I said, I'm big on A Cup. DeAndre Hunter plays for the. Did he play? No, he didn't play. I think he plays for them.
I think he
So
does.
like again, they have some good players out there. You know, it's
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah, yeah. He's the backup small forward. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah.
They
So
with
I
the
mean,
curl. They having the curl out there. Not quite.
It's just
Not quite
like
curling.
like again, I would like to see this team with. I would like to see Acuff, Sabonis, Murray like play together for a little bit because I think that would be a place to start like with a young base. But they probably gonna end up trading Sabonis for whatever over the rest of the summer. So we'll see. But I would like for them to keep this team together and add on to this team. And like again, they get Levine's money off the books. They get so that was just so much money. So now they got a little money to spend. It's just getting people to come to Sacramento. That's all.
I like this Steinbach pick by the Hornets. I like this pick too. Get a nice.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna pale well with the Hornets,
They need
man.
some
I mean,
size.
The Hornets are like stocking up on like forwards.
Yeah, I was gonna
Like
say you talk
need
about the
a
Brooklyn Nets
forward,
and the guards. Like there's
too many forwards.
9 forwards on that team.
No, but
Yeah,
they got shooters and stuff like that. They got shooters. They got ball. They got
yeah, but they got a lot of
score from
forwards.
the
A
outside. You
lot.
need people that can rebound. I think they got killed on the boards in that Miami Heat game. No, in
But
the
do you play
playoff
Steinbach
game.
at center?
Yeah,
Because they could use
That's why I said they should have got more. They need a true center. They got a bunch of 3s and 4s on that team. You
yeah
know,
a lot.
they got a lot. Bridges, Kneppel, Brandon Miller is like a
Yeah,
three,
Brandon
Miller,
four
Miller,
type
yeah.
three,
guy.
four guy.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's like they got a bunch of
Knuckles more
forwards on
like
that team.
Knuckles more like a 2-3 than a 3-4. No,
He plays the three though.
but
yeah.
he's more like a 2-3. Like he's like a shooting, like an outside shooting guard. I don't know.
They got a lot of forwards. Man. I'm like
But
this.
they got a lot of forward adjacent people.
They got
Then
a lot
like
of
you can say
tweeners.
like
They got
yeah.
a lot of these tweener guys. That's like they not really fours, but they not really threes. But they all just kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, I probably watch more of Hornets basketball than most people should. Um, so like yeah, it's like this is a team that again, like I said, you heard it here first. You heard it. I was the guy who was like, hey y'all, the Hornets don't like yeah, like they're very forward heavy. And that's why, like I said, I would have loved the Mora pick for them because they need a true center, a true big man anchor, like rim protector, like on that team. Something that they don't have, and something that they desperately needed. And you saw it last year toward the end of the
They
season where they needed rebound, they needed a rim protector, and it's like that's why I like that Mora pick would have been very good for them.
they had one, but they shipped him to Phoenix and he never played.
Hmm. Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Moving
crazy.
right along, man. Moving right along, man. there's been a lot of NFL talk going on. We'll keep an eye on the draft,
Hold,
man.
hold, hold, hold on, hold on. We gotta talk about Randall. That's
Oh,
what
you
I
know what?
want.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
gotta
we
talk
go.
about random, man.
Yeah,
He's so
boy.
forgettable. All right, so Julius Randle was traded to the Brooklyn Nets.
It's a
With the
And
proposed
first round
trade.
pick.
Proposed
With the
trade.
first round pick.
that's crazy work, bro, man. You want to talk about a villain? I'll let you bat lead off, man. What say you, big dog?
Listen, it's addition by subtraction. I got to the point where when you got Dante DiVincenzo out there talking about people in the locker room, but not naming names, and everybody knows who it was. Like he had to go. I think they brought back what's his face. That was more of a priority. I forget his name. The forward. It'll come back to
Uh,
me in a minute.
um, they just
I
signed him to
can't.
the deal,
Yeah,
like
they
the
just
young
signed
kid,
him
the young
to
guy.
the deal. He was the priority, but the priority really for Minnesota was to get Randall out as any way possible. And I think I talked about it that there wasn't going to be a lot of teams that would want him,
Hmm.
but they threw in a first round pick to get him out of Minnesota. I think it's a really big sign that it just wasn't working, and Randall has messed this up royally. Like he was in a situation where he was playing with one of the best players in the league, but he is so ball dominant. He's such a clog. Like it just doesn't work with anybody. It didn't work with. I said it 2 years ago. It did not work with Jalen Brunson. Two guys that were too ball dominant. He stopped the ball. At least when Brunson stops the ball goes into the bucket. Randall is just so hot and cold, and he stops the ball and needs the ball in his hands. It was ridiculous. So you had to get him out of town, and he couldn't stop. He can't stop playing like that with Ant Man. So I think it's great that Minnesota moved on from it, and especially if he was a locker room cancer that they're saying he was. But I think Minnesota's on the clock. They have got to get this together because when you start reading the stats and stuff of all the people that they've drafted, number one picks, mind you, that have gone on to other places and won chips, Ant Man's got to be like, listen, I'm gonna give you this year. You better get the team that I need and place it here in Minnesota, or we're gonna have a really serious conversation about you trading me out of here. It's ridiculous. So, I
It
think he
wouldn't
has.
shock me if he's gone middle of next year. It
Yeah,
wouldn't shock me.
it
Yeah,
wouldn't shock
it
me.
wouldn't shock me, but I think you like. I mean, look, I think the biggest reason why, because you said like as soon as they trade Randall, then they sign my man
I'm gonna find out who it is.
the Samu.
Yeah,
Samu.
Abu
This,
Samudu.
yeah,
Yeah,
this
he's a
is
guard. He's
great.
a
This is
guard.
great. This is great sports talk show.
Yeah,
We just
we
we were
can't even
stumbling
get.
up. Yeah,
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 I mean,
yeah,
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 Right.
yeah, yeah,
Amu Amudu Samu.
Samu.
So
yeah,
But he
Samu,
had
yeah.
a
Man,
he had a
he
really good
balled in the
playoff.
playoffs, man.
No, he
He
played really good in
done
the
that, man.
playoffs. So yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
basically them trading Randall lets them sign him to that deal.
Mm-hmm.
And they still, because I mean, Julius Randle made so much money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you get a lot of money off the books. I think that freed up 25, $30 million for them. So it's like,
33.3 million.
look at it. Look at $33 million. They can go get some, they can get, if they're smart about it, they might be able to get two guys who can kind of fill that role, for $33 million. So this was a move that was just, it was very smart for the Timberwolves, and not that bad of a deal for the Nets because I
Yeah,
mean,
he gets to go back to New York.
Wrong
but
team.
the Nets need people. Like one thing Julius Randle can do is he can score. Don't ask him to play defense, but he can score.
Sometimes
You know what I'm saying? Don't ask him
every
to play
every, every
defense.
every other game he can score.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something, Barry. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you because nobody's gonna tell you the truth. Let it go, dog. He ain't played for the Knicks. Like. There's no need. Well, no. There's no need for the snide comments. Like he don't play. He ain't play. He don't play. Don't do that. It makes you look petty. It makes you look petty.
Oh,
I'm
I
just
know
saying.
you're not
It
talking
makes
about
you look
petty.
petty.
I know
It
you're
makes
not
you look.
talking to me.
It makes you look petty.
Petty.
Listen,
It makes you look petty. It makes you look petty. I'm sorry. It's like you just won a champ. You just won a championship, and you like, oh, that Julius Randle, what a bum. It's like he don't worry about it no more, dog. Like, no need to take shots at Julius Randle. No,
not
no, no
true.
need to take shots at Julius Randle, man. That's
No, it's
bush
not.
league,
It's
dog.
not
You
a shot.
like
It's real talk. Like, listen, he was a locker room cancer in Minnesota. He made a bad situation worse for himself. It's just I don't feel bad for him. Like you know what I mean. Like everybody else feels bad for him. I just don't, Steve. Like he had it. He had a good thing that he could have developed in Minnesota with Ant Man, and he messed it up.
Well, yeah, I mean, because he again, it's like he continues to shoot himself in the foot, and he continues to overvalue himself, and
Mhm.
he views himself as the guy. Even when he went to a team with Anthony Edwards, one of the like most dynamic players in the league, he was like, "Step aside, Junior. This is Juice's team now." You know what I'm saying? It's like
And then when he actually needed him to carry some of the load, when Ant Man came probably back a little too soon off that injury,
a little
he
bit too
went
soon.
dark. He went completely dark. He couldn't score a buck. He throwing up air balls. He was looking pathetic. So yeah, man, I yeah, it's
That's
just
because
not
teams
working.
tell him to go right, and he can't go right. He haven't
Mhm.
learned right in
Jeez,
12 years
yeah,
in the
like
league.
good grief.
He'll
And
go right four times to get to the. He'll go left four times
Yeah.
to get to the right.
He'll
That's
fade.
it.
He'll fade right and spin left. He'll fade right a
yeah,
couple times.
Mm,
but
mm.
that's how bad if you got to be a player that they send you away with a first,
Here
with
you
a
go.
first.
Go,
That's
go on
Please
now.
just
that's
go
diabolical,
away.
dude. And
Mhm.
the crazy part about that is that everybody they traded away has won a championship. It would be
Yeah.
really crazy if the Nets win a championship in like 2 years.
Look,
I don't think
I'm
it
gonna
will happen, but
and I'm gonna say this. I think the most overrated, the overlooked thing of this deal is Nick Claxton going to Chicago.
Yep.
oh yeah, that was good. That was he probably
I
won
was
I
that
think
looking
that's
at
the
him.
most. I think that's the most
championship.
overlooked thing in this whole shebang because
Mhm.
we're leaning real heavy on Julius Randle. Like, what are the Nets doing? It's like, meanwhile, the Bulls like grabbing Claxton in that deal. That's a really good pickup for them. So
Dude,
Yeah,
Big
because
pick
Claxton
for Dylan
with
Claxton
Swain.
Giddy.
just wasn't working in
Big
in
move for
Brooklyn,
himself.
but he's a talented
he's a
player.
talented
He
guy, and
had no
I'm
he had
loving what
no
he's
help. He
yeah.
had no help. But and think about it in Chicago, dude. What is Giddy good at? Throwing lobs,
hmm
giving assists. And now you playing with a big who's good at running to the rim.
hmm
That's like I said. That was a sneaky move.
Also,
Yeah,
they
like I
got
said, that was
Kobe.
yeah, people kind of overlooking that, and then remember now, new coach with Splitter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man,
Yeah,
the Bulls are cooking, man. For the first
and
time in a long time, the Bulls are cooking.
I
Yeah.
like this pick that they got your boy Swain from
No, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was gonna say, and speaking of the Bulls cooking, they just got a hell of a player in Swain. So it's
Listen,
like, yeah, so yeah.
I agree with SA on ESPN. Like, I don't like shouting people out, but like the Bulls have got to get it together. It's been
Mhm.
too long.
Yeah,
They have some talent in Chicago.
yeah, and
They got
I think the
Giddy. They
Bulls
got
are, yeah.
they got Kobe, who's really good. Like they got to get it together. Like they
No,
got off
Kobe
to the
White's in
No, they
Detroit.
traded Kobe White. They traded Kobe
He's
oh
in,
White.
my
he's in
fault.
Charlotte. He's in
Yeah, they
Yeah,
Charlotte.
my
traded Kobe
fault.
White. Yeah.
I apologize. But they got some young talent. They were looking like they were going to be a nice playing team, or even get into the eighth seed at the beginning of the year, and then the wheels just fell all the
Well,
way off.
like I said last week, their coach quit on them, and
Yeah.
by no fault of their own. Their coach quit on them. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, moving right along, man. I'm tired of talking about basketball, man. Football is right around the corner, man. And
We
before
can
we
talk
jump,
about TJ Watt getting traded.
he's not.
hmm
So leave that alone. Um,
Trigger.
the Falcons decided to sign Kyle Pitts to a 3-year, $54 million deal ahead of the tag deadline that's looming. A couple other players have made significant moves, but I want to start there. Spin us around the NFL, big dog, man. What said you about what you've seen so far getting ready for training camp in a couple weeks?
No, I like the deal that the Hawks made. I think you had to bring Kyle Pitts back. I think they finally figured something out with him, at least fantasy wise, because yeah, it's
He's
been
dropping.
rough. It's been rough for fantasy owners. Every year I get teased by Kyle Pitts, and I just like always get let down. I finally got a little return on my investment this year. So, but I think I think it's a safe deal because I don't think he was going to play under that franchise tag.
mm-mm.
Um, so
He shouldn't
bringing
have,
him.
but
No, I agree with you. I don't think he should have either. So bringing him in on a nice $54 million deal, I think that equates to about 18 million a year. Um, I think you can deal with that and then see what you get out of him. So I think he's still young. I think he's still a dynamic athlete at the tight end position. So I like that. Now, who's going to be throwing to him? Well,
Yeah, you have to be determined.
yet to be determined. But I mean, listen, are we going to? I'll let you guys talk about um, Kyle Pitts if you want to, because I think there's another big storyline that we got to talk about in the NFL.
I mean, honestly, looking at it real quick, and I think I know where you're going with the storyline, so I'll speed through this. I need to see it to believe it. And I think that at this particular point, you bring in a coach in Kev Stefanski who's supposed to be some type of offensive guy. You have Bijan there. You re-sign and re-up Drake London. Whether it's Tua Tagovailoa or Michael
Penix,
Penix,
yeah.
yeah, who's throwing in the rock. You can't say you avoid a weapons at this particular point. I think they made their hay this year via the draft on the defense side of the ball, but when you look at something like a Kyle Pitts, he had the tools. Perhaps he's just been in the wrong system to flourish those tools, and so I'm curious to see where what he does. But yeah, then this came across the desk earlier today, man. I wanted to touch on it real quick. Coach, where'd your head at, big dog?
I think it's a good deal. I didn't think he was going to play on that franchise tag. I think like it was a placeholder. I mean, we see this like where hey we're going to put the tag on you, and then it's like it's a negotiation chip. It's like hey we're gonna put the tag on you, and then this it gives teams and it gives the player a chance to like negotiate. It's like okay we got the tag on you, we want to sign you, but now let's negotiate. And it's typically you see now sometimes it gets ugly and nasty and players end up playing on the tag. But most of the time when you see a player get tagged, they try to at least work a deal. And in this case, like the Hawks worked a really good deal for a tight end too. He's making pretty good money, and I think he got with like 36 guaranteed, which is pretty damn good, especially when we think about a tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but like on the field, I mean, like it's like you finally got something that you've been promised for years with Pitts, like the last coming season. So it's just like if he can keep that going, that'd be great. But I will say this: who's throwing to him? That
All
is
right.
a big. That is a big thing because it's like you can't score touchdowns. You can't catch the ball. Of the guy who's throwing it to you is throwing 10 feet over your head. So
Yeah.
it's very important. Again, I'm sure he's happy to get his money, and now it's like, okay, now who's throwing to me?
Well, time will definitely tell, man. Larry, you dropped out and hop back talking Kyle Pitts real quick before we get into some other football stuff, man. Signed a 3-year deal, 54 mil to stay in Atlanta. What say you, big dog?
I mean, he got man, and I think he got his bag. Only
Yeah,
It's
he
really
sounds like
choppy.
R2D2. Yeah, let me throw him in the back real quick. Hopefully, get his stuff together. Um, but yeah, man, Kyle Pitts is in Atlanta, man. Villain, talk to me, man. We want to go. We're gonna try to get Larry back here in a minute. We want to go, big dog.
Listen, man, Sorsby, there's
Oh,
no supplemental draft. There's
Yeah.
going to be no supplemental draft this year. So now, what's next for Sorsby? I don't know if he goes back to college, if he sits out and then goes to the UFL or CFL, what have you. But the NFL has spoken. There is no supplemental draft. No soup for you. So I don't know what they do with him, bro.
honestly, big dog. So I wrote an article about it,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna have to write another one. Because quite frankly, this whole situation has taken on legs and a mind and a brand of its own, and it's kind of stupid and hard to follow. You know what I'm saying? One minute he's being able to hold individual, combine, and teams able to come look at him, and then next he's not. And I, for one, believe that he may need to take a year off, get out the spotlight, just chill for a minute, work on his craft, stay healthy, and try to come back next year. or do something else, man. It's unfortunate. This is the prime example of play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right?
Hmm.
Because it didn't have to be this way. You didn't have
For who?
to for Sorsby.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? He knew what he was doing was wrong, in my honest opinion. And he chose to do it. And then when the league and the NCAA said, "No, bro, we're not doing this," you're gonna go to a judge and you know call your moms and essentially to come help you, but you understand the third, and now you're back, and it's just messy. It's so very messy. We spent a lot of time talking about a dude who is not drafted and not on the roster. And it's annoying, man. Coach, talk to me, big dog, man. Where'd you head out with this?
I mean, this is a situation where, like, again, we can talk all about like, oh, how like the NFL and like the NCAA are trying to get up in their ivory tower and be like, oh, gambling, no, it's hurting the integrity of the game. Like, okay, this is just like you said, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, and I think it's the thing where it's like Texas Tech, instead of like trying to be quiet and trying to work this out, so that they were like, our boy's gonna play, like he's gonna play. Screw what y'all say, blah blah blah. Ah, we are, it's just like if they would. I feel like being loud and boisterous, and Cody Campbell and Paxton and all these guys who were so loud and so aggressive, and Joey McGuire, like, oh well, I guess nobody wants to give nobody a second chance anymore. It's like they were so arrogant and so loud about it, and I think that kind of did them a big disservice. And then now his agent is like, oh well, we're gonna talk to the NFLPA about this. You know what's funny about that is that the NFLPA only works for NFL players. You have to be a NFL player in order for the NFLPA to
That's
assist
right.
you.
That's right. That's right.
Like, this
And
is just
it's
going.
not going to get help.
Yeah. It's gone from bad to worse. The NFLPA cannot help you out of this, and his best case scenario is to look. He can do everything at Tech but play. They paid him that money. He can be there. He can practice. He can lift weights. He can do all that. He can do everything but play. And they probably don't want him on the sidelines, anything like that, because Tech would be like, oh yeah, we got this new quarterback, Brendan Silsby,
Hmm.
and he's gonna be coming in, in the fourth quarter here to help us out. No, so if he's smart, yeah, like do everything. You can do everything but play. Go back to Lubbock, lift weights, watch film, work on your craft. I mean, because at this point, it's pretty much his only option.
Are
I,
the Green Bay? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I agree with you both, and I think this is the time where the NCAA and the NFL are in lockstep. They're like, you know what? You're not running from your punishment, dude. You're not coming to the NFL to get a check and running from punishment from NCAA. You're gonna pay your penance. So your penance is that you're not gonna play this year at all. You're not
Yeah.
playing for us, and you're not playing for college football because I think he tried to run to the draft to get away from the NCAA punishment and the ridicule that he was going to get by trying to play attack. And he
Yeah.
thought he could play games, you f around, and you found out. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Hmm.
Right.
saying? So,
Right.
I think the NFL. While I was surprised that they did this, once I started kind of doing my research and preparing for this show, I absolutely agree with what they did. This kid doesn't deserve to play football anywhere. He does not deserve to get rewarded. And you know what? An NFL team, I don't think they would want to give up a draft pick to get this kid right now. You know what I mean? So, see you next
And if
year
anybody is listening, he cannot sign as a like free agent either
because he's
Right.
because he wasn't in the draft.
because he really wasn't in the draft. See, what I'm saying?
So
So it's like, yeah, so there's no workaround with this. It's like
you
go lift
you
weights, go watch film, go come
yeah,
back next year.
you tried to say f you to the NFL. I'm going to go back to college and get my check. And then the college said no, 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 no. And then you're like, well, you know what? I can still go to the NFL. I'm still him. And the NFL was like, no, we don't acknowledge you. You don't you are irrelevant to us right now. So I think he got just like y'all said. You know what? You played stupid games, you get stupid prizes. That's exactly what happened, man. You after round, you found out.
Something that's came across my desk, man. Currently, right now, the Los Angeles Clippers are in trade talks with Boston to acquire Jalen
Jalen
Brown. So
Brown. Yeah.
something to keep
Yeah, I
something.
actually just saw
That
that too. Yeah.
is, I just saw that. I didn't think that. Yeah, you know what? I posted an article today on the Executive View website. Please get to the website. Support. We got a lot of great blogs going out there. I don't know. I think they were on my bingo card. But I think they were a dark horse to me. To be honest with you, um, I really had the Hawks. I had the Rockets. I had the Blazers. I didn't have the Clippers on my bingo card. They were so much of a dark horse that I didn't include them.
You included the Rockets. Wow, I'm shocking.
I
Look. I
really
mean, look. Yeah. You include the Rockets because again, like that is a deal that makes sense. That is a deal that if someone with a brain in their head was running the Rockets, they would have immediately
Why
called the
did you
Celtics.
mention that, Barry?
They would have immediately called the Celtics as soon as that trade like fell apart. I
Yeah,
would have been on the phone with the Celtics, but no, because Jalen Brown cannot go back to Boston. Cannot go back.
you're
He's already temperamental. He's already a moody, a moody girl anyway. So it's like he can't go back. So it's like you have to take advantage of the Celtics. The Celtics like they push their chips into the middle of the table and then all of a sudden it's like the toothpaste is already out of the tube. He cannot go back to Boston because just he's already he's a malcontent. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He's like he likes to shake the table. And it's like
yeah.
if you and he did that before this, so then now he's gonna go back into that facility like you tried to trade me. So it's like if I was a team, I would definitely make a call. And I'm sure like the Clippers who have smart people running their organization are like, hey, and then that would just be such a good pickup for the Clippers too. Because
so
you
what
add him you
what
add
would they
him
give up?
to that
What
team.
would they give up? What would they give up?
That's the thing.
I
Like
mean,
What would you? Well,
thinking
if
about
you were if you were Boston coach, what would you want back from the Clippers?
man, whoever you drafted tonight, um
yeah,
let's
throw him
start
in
let's
there.
yeah let's
Keep
start there. Yeah,
Wagler,
let's start with Wagler.
Wagler, yeah.
And boy, some other picks.
Let's
As
see.
far as like players, like I said, I definitely need Wagler. Um, you got to make the money work, and it's like you're not trading
I mean, the
Kawhi,
only
of
thing that will make the
course.
money work would be Bradley Bill.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bradley Bill. You'd have to get it's like give me Wagler, Bill, and some maybe like throw uh what's his name? I can't think of his name.
Boban,
Bogdanovich, or I'm thinking of Chris Dunn. Somebody like Chris, throw Chris
yeah.
Dunn in it.
I
Something
would,
like just,
I would. That's the first person I
yeah,
would.
yeah. Throw like give me Wagler, Dunn, and like Bill to make the money work, and then like you can have Jalen Brown.
Does that make them better? Because I feel like they need size. Boston.
Does that
Well, I
make Boston?
mean,
It doesn't make Boston better, but I mean it's kind of like it's not. I wouldn't say it's a lateral move, but it's just like it's one of those things where it's like to make an omelet, you got to break some eggs. It would be we're
yeah.
making this move, but then we got to make one. We got to make another move after this move. This isn't the move. This is a move that we're making, and then we have to do one. We have to do another move too.
If I'm the Clippers too, coach, I want Brown and I want Derek Wright.
Yeah,
That's what I want. I want both of them.
I mean, you got Darius Garland back there, and the Clippers. So you got Garland there.
but see, I think with the Celtics, like with Derek White and with my man Hauser or whatever like that. Like you don't like Garland. You don't really need Garland, but I feel like they would need a perimeter defender. That's why I would say like Dunn. You know what I'm saying? Because like I mean Jalen Brown's
Yeah,
a pretty
that was
okay defender. That's what I'm saying. So it's like you
He's a
would
solid
need
defender.
yeah. So like Dunn and then like Wagler would even though he's a rookie, he's gonna bring you like offense and stuff like that. And then I said like and then give me like Bill to make the money work, and then I think again that's what I would ask for. Again, because you're not gonna get Kawhi. I don't think they would come off of Bogdanovich either, because Bogdanovich is a dog. I wouldn't come off of him. Yeah, so it's like I wouldn't come off of him for sure not. But like, yeah. So I would definitely be like, yeah, give me Dunn, And I guess if you want some size from the Clippers,
Got John Collins.
yeah, I was like, who? Yeah, who are their bigs? Like, cause I know,
John
who,
Collins, Brooke Lopez. You got Needle Hauser. I'm just reading off right here.
okay, yeah.
You got
Um,
Nick Batum that's still floating around.
and see, in
Uh,
Batum, like
Isn't
Batum,
Batum like a free agent? Isn't he a free agent, or he's still got years on his deal?
he might have. He signed.
uh,
Man, they gave him so much. That was such a crazy deal. He
yeah, they
signed
gave him
like Portland gave him that deal. That was
um,
crazy. Let's see. So yeah, you said like Brooke Lopez.
yeah, Brooke Lopez is
Um,
there.
yeah, give me Brooke Lopez
Uh,
for some size.
you got
I can't think of any other bigs. It's
yeah.
like the.
Only reason I'm naming it, I'm reading it right here.
Oh, you
So
reading it? Okay. So
it's
like
not,
yeah.
it's
So,
not off top. They got this. They got this power forward, Omir. You know, no shot at
yeah.
Omir.
Yeah, so like give me some known commodities. It's like so like again, like I said, Bill makes the money work. Give me
Yeah,
Dunn for so I can have a perimeter defender. Give me like Wagler, who you just drafted, a future pick, and then yeah, it's like again, it's a move to where it's like okay, we have made this trade, and then now we have to make one more trade in order to kind of like complete this. We have to make a companion trade, because that's not the move. That is a move, and then you
Well,
need
yeah,
a move after that. Yeah.
I think you get a third or fourth team involved. I think this is probably not a straight up trade. I think there's like a third or fourth team involved, and you start moving some pieces around.
Yeah. I think this is a textbook. Hey, we need to get one more team in here because of I'm the Celtics. I'm like, you know what? I like a couple of your players, but like if we can get somebody else from somewhere else, I would like that too.
this Christian
Yeah.
Anderson pick to the Hornets is
I
a
like
lot.
this pick. I
Mm-hmm.
like this pick.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
And
a
I,
actually
really this is a really deep draft. This is a really good draft. Like the Knicks at 24 can still get a really good player that can help.
yeah.
Like this is a really good draft this year.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like again like the NBA draft is always like, oh, it's top heavy like that. This is a draft I feel like for the first time in a while where it's like you're gonna get some good players here at 19, 20, 21. I think you're gonna get some good players here.
Like think of Alex Caravan, who's probably slotted into the second round, early second round. He'll probably get drafted tomorrow, but he can come in and help a team. He's a
yeah,
veteran. He can shoot. He can space the
Yep.
floor. He's a decent defender. Like you're getting good value in the second round. And I think second round is where you get a lot of value if you play your cards right. Like seriously, you get an older player that can come in and help you.
Yeah.
so.
But
But yeah, man.
I thought Texas Tech was a solid team, and I think this kid is a really good player.
Yeah.
I think
I
he's
mean,
a,
he has great floor vision, and what I'm saying,
yeah,
being able to move the ball. I mean, I'm watching his highlight package here, but
yeah. Just got to get a little stronger. Just to
yeah,
me, you got to get a little stronger. But yeah,
yeah.
he does a lot of good things.
Going back to football really quickly, then I'll let you guys out of
Did you
here.
see the trade? Did you see the trade that the kid from Iowa is going to the Thunder? Like they need another guy.
No way.
Yeah,
No way. I did not see that.
shoot.
And
Yeah, shoot.
oh
You
man, that
talking
kid can
about
light it. That kid can light it up. And that's
He
exact
can
that's
shoot.
he can
You
shoot.
talking
Oh
about
god.
the dude from Stanford?
No, the kid from Iowa, Struce.
Did I miss something?
He got drafted by the Grizzlies, and then they traded him to the Thunder, and the Grizzlies
Oh,
got
Bennett. Oh, crap.
And I was
yeah.
just saying, and I was just about to say, like, you got him, you got Boozer, that's some good, like, oh boy, now, boy, yeah,
Not so fast, my
not so
friend.
fast, my friend, yeah.
Ooh.
I was just about to say, look at the Grizzlies trying to rebuild this thing before they ship Ja out of town,
But they
you
did
know.
rebuild because they just pilfered a couple picks. If you can get a couple picks out of it, so it's like the Memphis trade.
So they're
Grizzlies are
they're, they're,
trading,
they're definitely trading Ja.
yeah,
They're definitely trading Ja.
and
Yeah,
then
Ja's gone.
they're trading the 17th pick to the Pistons to move back to 21. So the Pistons, that pick that they got at 17 is going to the Pistons.
So
So that
The Pistons moved back. So they pick after San Antonio.
yeah, so they drafted basically the Thunder drafted the kid from Stanford that you're talking about,
Yeah.
Orica. He's go now that kid is going to Detroit.
Detroit.
Gotcha.
Like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I do like that.
Oh man, yeah. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah, I
that
didn't.
that
Yeah, I
kid can
didn't.
light it up.
But
Yeah.
Sturks, Bennett Sturks. I think he played against. I think he played against UConn or somebody. Yeah, I can't remember the game. It was in the tournament. He was. Mm, mm, that kid can shoot.
No, I remember from when they played Illinois. I was like, man, I was like
Yes,
this. I was like,
the Big
yeah,
Ten tournament, right?
yeah. I was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this kid.
yeah,
I was like
yeah.
this. I was like this kid's the best player on the floor. I was like, holy smokes! I was
Yeah,
like, geez,
we were
yeah,
talking about it on
yeah,
our show, and you were
yeah.
talking about this kid. So yeah, like that's when I was like, okay, like he shot them into the tournament, like
Yeah, yeah, he
basically.
did. Yeah, I mean,
So
again, he's old. He's like 21.
He's
mhm.
Such a
22.
yeah, oh 20. Oh, excuse me. He's
He
so
is
yeah. So
old.
he's so
You're
old.
old.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to our tribal chief, but
Anyway,
we can,
before we get out of here,
yeah.
I wanted to ask a simple question, man. We can take it whatever you want, man. Micah Parsons and the Green Bay Packers, are they done before the season started?
Jeez.
No, because I think there's a pass rusher out there in free agency that they can probably snag to kind of patchwork it. But you made a big trade to get a big piece in there, and he ain't available. Wasn't available down the stretch for them last year, and he's not going to be available for what the first.
First half of the
Yeah,
season.
the first eight.
He's not gonna be available until after week 8, week 9.
Yeah. So
Jeez.
they might not, and they might hold them out a little longer depending on how how it is. So, listen, I am inherently not a Micah Parsons fan because he was a Cowboy, and that's just in my blood. But listen, it's a shame for him. I hope he can get back. I hope it doesn't derail his career because he is
I hope
super.
he doesn't rush back because of that.
That's what I'm afraid of, right?
Yeah.
So I hope it doesn't derail his career. He tries to get back too fast, but I think the Packers were talented. I think they're a really good team. They're a better team with him. So hopefully they can weather that storm, quote
Yeah,
unquote.
yeah.
I really feel like the Bears will probably take a slight step back because it's just inherent to happen that way. But it doesn't help. You know what I mean? This division is those three teams. I think Minnesota should be slightly better, but
Mhm.
Detroit. No, we're not talking about Detroit, but I think they had a really good draft. I think they're going to do some good things and get back to what they love to do, which is be physical and run the football. I think the Packers have a lot of talent. But they lost a couple receivers here. Like I think so, but I think they had a
They
plethora.
got that Josh Jacobs thing hanging over their head too.
Yes, that too.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lot of that Packers. I don't know, man. It might be a little rough for them.
They have a bye week 11. I don't see a world where he comes back until their bye week.
That's a really good possibility. I think if they were smart, they would hold him out until then, just to get him right and then have him down the stretch strong instead of.
Yeah, because I feel like the Packers at this point now is like this is not going the way they envisioned it at first. So now they have to adjust their expectations and what they want to get out of this. And yeah, them having that late bye, I think we don't see Parsons until then because again, it's like you don't need him until then. You know,
Yeah.
you try to stay steady and try to stay afloat because again, you made this trade not because you need Michael Parsons to get sacks in week 3. You need Michael Parsons to get sacks in January, February. So therefore, don't rush him back. But Michael Parsons is wired different, as we all know. He's gonna be like, I'm coming back in week 6, and it's like, no, Micah, no, baby, just we want you back at 100% full speed ahead. So I think you hit the nail on the head there, serious with that. I think with that late buy, that we'll see him back then.
You got to protect him from himself, right, Coach?
Got to protect him from himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the crazy thing. Going down the stretch, they come off the bye. They got the Rams, Saints, Buffalo, Miami, Chicago, Houston, Detroit.
That's when you need him.
That's what you need. That's what you need, man. With that being said, let me get you guys out of here, man. This is a basketball heavy show. Love talking basketball with you guys, man. Coach, you know what to do. Get us out of here, big dog.
Yeah, I love talking basketball. Now, do I love talking about the basketball team that I root for? No, absolutely not. That being said, I guess we have to do a launch pad here pretty soon. I guess. But
TBD.
yeah. So
ownership has said that show has to come. So
Yeah. So yes. Against everybody's better wishes, we will do a launch pad. I mean, we don't have a championship to talk about. We have just sad stuff. Sad. So if you want to hear 3, possibly 4 guys yell at each other and scream for an hour, the launch pad is the show for you.
So angry.
Yeah. But unlike the launch pad, a couple guys who love each other and like each other and love their team, make sure you check out Forever Faithful. Guys are crushing it with the 49ers show over there. Corey and Larry doing big things. We had Larry for a little bit tonight, but always good to see him come in. Man, look, the website's live. Go check it out. You know, Sirius and Barry are putting in work on the blog, stuff like that. I am got some stuff coming down the tube that we're gonna keep under wraps for now. But keep an eye out for that. And I will say this, guys, like we always said, you see the show, share the show. When we post the links, click on it. It helps us out. It helps us, you know, in ways that you guys can't imagine. It's like we're trying to build something here. So support us, check us out. If you're listening to this, you know, hit the website, man. Like just generate some traffic, help your boys out and girl. You know what I'm saying? And I will say what I always say when I close. Of course, God is good
all the time.
Look, man, I don't say this just saying it, man. Drink your water. Stay hydrated, man. It's like you have to stay hydrated. Like, it was actually a nice day here in Pittsburgh. It wasn't that hot, but still, make sure you drink your water. And, of course, Wu-Tang is for the children. Peace.
Right. Appreciate you, Coach, man. Thanks for coming by, kicking with us, man. We may get him this weekend, man. We got a couple in WWE shows, man. We may be able to get him on with us this weekend, man. Villain, you know what to do. Get us out of here, big dog.
Listen, I cannot wait for this weekend clashing. It's not clash, but Night of Champions. We're gonna do the post reaction show. Not immediately following, but soon after that event. So probably around 5:30. You know, check us out there. Like Coach said, get to the website. A lot of cool stuff. We're blogging like crazy. I did a blog about college coaches on the hot seat. I hope Coach liked that. I talked about Jaylen Brown today. Whatever I feel like, I put pen to paper and I start writing, man. So I appreciate everybody supporting and watching our article. Shout out to Chelsea Green for amplifying our article and getting people to the website. We appreciate her. We love her. Listen, we got deals on the site, man. We got so many affiliates that we are affiliated with, so many partners, you know, WWE shop, you got NFL shop, you got the 49ers shop, Giants shop, Longhorn shop, you got Fanatics, Dude Wipe. Anyway, get your Dude Wipes today because it's Prime Day. So get on Amazon, click the link, go to Amazon, buy that stuff from us. We appreciate all the support you can get. We need that human monies, but you know, we love what we do, and we're the site is it didn't come out perfect, but it came out really great, and we're gonna make it even better for you guys. We love what we're doing out here. So we'll see you tomorrow on the Backstage Business. Aaron, I appreciate doing the show with you. LG, sorry we had a bad connection, but we, you know, nothing but love with him. Listen, we doing big things. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Support your local villains. All right, peace.
Appreciate you, big homie, man. Yo, it's your boy Sears repping that 412 and the 703, man. Such a privilege, absolute pleasure doing these show with you gentlemen on today. As they alluded to, man, tomorrow we have the PLE reactions preview show, man. So can't wait to knock it out with those guys, man. We're gonna talk about everything about Night of Champions, the king and queen of the ring championship. Man, we got a couple other matches to talk about and discuss. So looking forward to doing that with them. He alluded to it Saturday, man. Hard Truths, man. The PLE reaction show, man. We pretty much are going to be reacting to what we just saw, man. So those shows, like a lot of our shows, are live, uncut. It's going to be raw reaction, man. We're going to have a good time talking about it. And then next Monday, it's either going to be the Steelers show or the Rocket show. One of the two, man. We're going to be in the building talking either round ball crying or Steeler football happy. So, you know, we'll figure it out as we roll, man. We got a lot of stuff going on behind the pike. As my man Will alluded to, the website is live. We got everything on there. We got merch, you know what I'm saying, for your loved ones, your enemies, your frenemies. I don't care. Throw them a shirt. You do what you do, man. I cannot wait to see what else comes down the pike, man. I actually got to start designing some stuff, man, because Villain's doing all of it, and you know what I'm saying, we can't have that. So I'm about to get over there and design some stuff, man. With that being said, I always close out my shows like this, man. God is good, even though sometimes people are not, man. God bless. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.